Are you a fan of fast-paced action, brutal combos, and slicing through waves of enemies with finesse? Then you're into hack-and-slash games. While iconic titles like Devil May Cry and God of War dominate, there are underrated gems you might have missed. Here are 10 hidden hack-and-slash games worth playing. If you're a fan of hack-and-slash games and haven't tried Dante's Inferno, you're missing a hidden gem. It's not the easiest to jump into with its complex story and challenging gameplay, but if you stick with it, you'll be hooked like I was. The game literally drags you through hell, battling grotesque monsters as Dante seeks redemption for his sins. The combat is similar to God of War, but you wield a deadly scythe and a holy cross for pulling off epic combos. Plus, the upgrade system allows you to customize abilities, adding depth to the gameplay. The story, however, is what really shines, making you feel deeply connected to Dante. If you're after a hack-and-slash game with a powerful narrative, Dante's Inferno is a must-play. Prototype will always be one of my all-time favorite games because of how it perfectly blends chaotic freedom with intense hack-and-slash combat. It was one of the first superhero games that gave me complete freedom to do whatever I wanted, with no consequences holding me back. You have these incredible powers, whether you're slicing enemies apart with deadly blades or smashing through crowds with sheer brutal force. The fluid, fast-paced combat allows you to chain together insane combos, making every fight feel stylish and satisfying. The freedom to approach each battle however you want, whether it's all-out chaos, stealthy takedowns, or unleashing devastating shape-shifting abilities, adds so much variety. The story has its weak points and some missions get repetitive, but the addictive gameplay more than makes up for it.
Full ahead, get us out of the red zone! We've been hit! Ranger 27 Bravo has been hit!
Code Vein is one of those underrated gems that didn't get the attention it deserved, largely because it was released in 2019 alongside heavy hitters like Sekiro and Devil May Cry 5, which overshadowed it. But don't let those early ratings deter you. This game is definitely worth checking out. It's a Souls-like hack-and-slash RPG with a unique anime aesthetic where you play as a customizable vampire fighting for survival. The combat is challenging, capturing the intensity of Souls-like games, but not so punishing that it'll make you rage quit. The fluid hack-and-slash mechanics, combined with a variety of weapons and abilities, allow you to tailor your playstyle, keeping the action fresh and engaging. I've always loved the Metal Gear series for its stealth gameplay, but Metal Gear Rising, Revengeance took the franchise in a bold new direction. This game is all about fast-paced, in-your-face hack-and-slash action, and it nails it perfectly. You play as the cyborg ninja Raiden, slicing through enemies with brutal precision as you seek vengeance. What I love about Revengeance is how it stays true to the Metal Gear spirit with its complex story and unforgettable characters, while delivering a fresh, adrenaline-fueled experience that's completely different from the rest of the series. The combat is simple at its core, but mastering the parry system takes skill, adding depth to every fight. And it's not just the gameplay, its epic soundtrack filled with heavy metal beats perfectly matches the intense action, making every moment even more thrilling. Marlow, Briggs and the Mask of Death is one of those underrated gems that flies under the radar, but it's an absolute thrill ride. Imagine God of War mixed with the style of an over-the-top 80s action flick, and you've got a hack-and-slash experience that's hard to forget. The gameplay is fast-paced, with satisfying brutal combos as Marlow wields his magical scythe. What sets it apart, though, is its self-aware, tongue-in-cheek humor and the sheer insanity of the set pieces. Each level is a surprise, throwing you into wildly imaginative scenarios that keep you on your toes. It's been a while since I revisited this one, but it's definitely a hidden gem more people need to discover.
Message for Bravo. Let me know if you spot a girl.
Bright Memory is one of those rare games that completely caught me off guard with how impressive it is, especially knowing it was created by a single developer. This fast-paced hack-and-slash FPS hybrid delivers an intense, action-packed experience that's hard to put down. The gameplay seamlessly blends gunplay with melee combat, giving you the freedom to switch between the two on the fly. It's that versatility that makes the game stand out, as you can mow down enemies with your firearms or get up close and slice them apart in style. The melee combat is especially satisfying with special abilities like telekinesis allowing you to pull off jaw-dropping combos. The game is short, and you'll definitely wish there was more when it ends, but it never gets boring for a second. Every moment is packed with high-energy action that leaves you wanting more.
Magnetic field is unstable. I can't get a lock on your signal. Wake should be arriving in the vicinity. You're gonna have to rely on him.
Understood.
The sequel to No More Heroes is a hack-and-slash game bursting with style and attitude. While it's short and not without flaws, it improves on the original in many ways. You step back into the shoes of Travis Touchdown, wielding a beam katana as you battle through ranks of assassins. The fast-paced swordplay is flashy and fluid, with over-the-top boss fights that get more bizarre and challenging as you progress. The bosses can be brutal, making each victory feel incredibly rewarding. When you're not slicing through enemies, the quirky side missions and mini-games keep things fresh with their humor and charm. Sure, some activities can feel repetitive and the humor is pretty wild, but those minor issues don't overshadow how unique and unforgettable the experience is.
Bring it on!
Most of you probably know Supergiant Games' recent hit Hades, but before that they gave us Bastion, an unforgettable hack-and-slash adventure that still stands out today. From its stunning hand-painted visuals to its incredible soundtrack, every aspect of Bastion is brilliant. What really hooked me though was the dynamic storytelling and exploration. The narrator reacts to your every move as you travel across floating islands that build themselves as you progress, creating a truly immersive experience. The combat is fluid and responsive, offering a range of weapons and abilities that let you tailor your playstyle. But Bastion is more than just fighting. It's about the journey, the characters you meet, and the choices you make along the way. Its emotional story delves into themes of loss, survival, and rebuilding in a vibrant post-apocalyptic world. And with how affordable it is now, I highly recommend giving it a shot if you haven't already.
It ought to be deeper down. Core stuck inside one of those fancy cages.
¡Ya estoy! Espero que no me hayan visto.
Hi-Fi Rush is a rhythm-based action game that blends fast-paced combat with vibrant cel-shaded visuals. The game's standout feature is its innovative rhythm combat system, where every hit and movement syncs perfectly with the beat of the background music. The soundtrack is dynamic and adds a lot of energy to each fight. The quirky story and humorous characters keep the experience lighthearted, while the responsive controls make it satisfying to master combos. The game encourages creativity, rewarding players who align their actions with the rhythm. Overall, Hi-Fi Rush is a refreshingly unique experience with catchy tunes, fun gameplay, and a visually striking art style. Definitely worth checking out.
¿Qué? ¿Volver a la realidad?
Sí, Chai. Corsica te ha pillado.
The Dynasty Warriors series has delivered some of the best hack-and-slash experiences, but Dynasty Warriors 8 stands out as my favorite. This game feels fully realized, offering massive immersive battles, a huge roster of characters, and some of the most exhilarating combat systems I've ever seen. You can take on entire armies single-handedly, mowing down waves of enemies with devastating combos. But it's not just about mindless action. There's a layer of strategy involved as you command troops, capture enemy bases, and make decisions that unlock multiple storylines. The branching paths add depth and plenty of replayability. The chaotic, raw battles are a thrill, and even the rage mode feels more refined and satisfying than in previous entries. It's truly a must-play for fans of the series. Talking about these games really brought back some great memories. Let me know in the comments if you've played any of these and which one is your favorite. If you enjoyed the video and want more content like this, don't forget to hit that like button, share, and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.